Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to JG's Vending Services LLC's YouTube channel. Thank you guys for rocking with us today. I truly hope you guys are having a blessed day. I love you guys. I truly appreciate all of the subscribers we're seeing, the new subscribers, and our numbers are going up. Our watch time is going up. So from the bottom of my heart to everyone out there on YouTube land and Instagram and TikTok, thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart, it's outstanding that God has been sending subscribers our way, sending people our way that want to hear the message of, one, that Jesus Christ is our Lord and Savior. We can't do anything without him. And two, that we should, as followers of Christ, live a life of abundance, meaning our daily needs are met, meaning we should not worry over what we're going to eat and what we're going to wear. We should focus on seeking God first, and all else will be added unto us. And that's what we try to teach and try to cover here on this YouTube channel. So today, this video is going to be about survival tips to help, survival tips to help your money survive, to help your money last a little longer. And I'm going to give you 10. And I just want you guys to consider the 10. You don't have to follow them. You don't have to do them if you don't want to. But from the research I've done over the last 3 years. Hold on. Wood fell out of the fireplace. I got my fireplace going. And I'd stacked some extra pieces kind of haphazardly on top of a bigger log to kind of get it started. And one just fell off. I heard it roll. But I have my in-laws bought me a cover thing to go in the front of fireplace gate or grill, whatever it's called. It called it, but I just like to push it back in there so the smoke won't be in the house. So, like I was saying, these are 10 survival tips. You don't have to follow them. But over the last 3 years, man, talking to my brother-in-law who's in the field of personal finance and budgeting, and just my own experience of living life, coming out of the project, coming out the hood, poor, not having more than $100 to my name at any given point. When I started to shy away from these things, these 10 tips I'm about to give you guys, my life started to change. It started to get better. My financial situation started to grow. I started to have more money in my bank account than going out. So with that being said, guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're not already a subscriber, please think about subscribing to this channel. It'll help us grow. It'll help us get more subscribers. It'll help us get more watch time. And then it'll continue to encourage me and my family to do the things that God has put us on this earth here to do in a way that pleases God first and foremost and serves as many of you guys as possible. So I would truly appreciate it if you would subscribe. So let's get into the first one. So, and I'll have two bonus on the end, but I know you guys can come up with more. But from me just living and doing almost every single thing on my list that I have, because I like to take notes. I keep notepads and stuff in my pocket when I'm working. But so anyway, I'm done all of these. So don't feel bad if you have done all of them. I have too, but you can always get away from them. So the first one we'll talk about is investment scams. So investment scams. When you're poor, when you're living paycheck to paycheck, I got none against Dogecoin and Bitcoin and this coin and that coin. At one point in my life, I was actually day trading Forex currency. And it was it was a valuable life lesson, but it was a phase that I went through because my mindset was still I needed a scam to get rich quick. And by the grace of God, my wife was like, she kept telling me no. And I was like, oh, we can do this and we can do this. And I thought I knew because all my life I've only been around people who had scams and schemes, get rich quick schemes. And they were poor, but they always had a scheme, investment, scam to do so they can get rich, but they were poor too. And I always wondered, why hadn't you done it if it's so easy? So anyway, investment scams. Don't get caught up in that FOMO mentality, fear of missing out. FOMO. When you see Bitcoin and Dogecoin, and it's a you can invest in this, it'll go up, and don't get caught up. If you don't know anything about it, don't put your money in it. If you don't understand it, do not put your money in it. And for those of you who like to gamble and stuff like that, everyone has a hobby. But if you're living paycheck to paycheck and you can't consistently pay your bills, you can't consistently walk upright toward those who are without as a follower of Christ, those who are non-believers, they know you by your faith and how you interact with them. So if all of my bills are paid on time, um, the people are more likely to trust me versus someone who's always late and never pays things on time. So you got to watch out for those investment scams. Don't get caught up, guys, because I mean, when I say it's easy, it's easy. Coming from like me coming out of the hood and not understanding finance and economics, you can get caught up easy. Listening to people that you think have your best interest at heart. Um, and I'll tell you this. So my well, no, well, my in-laws, um, I know they wouldn't mislead me on any financial anything because I'm married to their daughter. If they want her to fail, then they can mislead me. But that's not the case. My in-laws, they love the daughter, they love me, they love the grandchildren. So I listen to them when it comes down to budgeting and finance stuff, and they put us on to Dave Ramsey, and voila, we got started. So number one was, we'll go number 10. Number 10 was avoid investment scams. All right, number 9, payday loans. Payday loans. I had several of them, guys. I had payday loans. I had maybe 3, and I remember it like it was yesterday. One was 500, one was 1,000, and one was 1,500. And every 2 weeks I got paid, I would take $2,200 and pay them back and then borrow back, pay it back, borrow back, pay it back, borrow back. And I just essentially gave them all their money and they gave me the money back to borrow. When I was in it, it felt good. It felt like I was doing something smart because I didn't know. But in this day and age, man, this not knowing is not an option, nor an excuse. You have a smartphone in your hand. You have YouTube. You can watch JT's Vending. You can watch Dave Ramsey. You can watch these videos, and it'll give you a better insight. Now, I'm not telling you don't do any of these. Like, do what you feel is right. But I'm telling you, these 10 I'm giving you will take a lot of money out of your pocket every single payday. So payday loans, please try to avoid them. Don't get caught in that trap. I know if it seems like quick and easy, but just remember, if it feels like it's quick and easy, they busting your head. They're taking your money. All right, number 8 is surprise contest winning. Don't get caught up in trying to win the lottery or some free money scheme somebody sent you in the email or letter. Because now they send out letters like I even get them. You're available for you're eligible for a $4,000 loan. Just call this number. No, rip. I let my son throw the stuff in the fireplace. we don't play no games. Surprise contest winnings, any random secret free money thing, even from the government, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm telling you, there's no such thing as free money. You know for a fact instinctively you have to work for your money. Even criminals know you have to work hard to steal the money. You have to work hard to get the money and get away. Nobody gives you their money for free. So therefore, if you get a surprise contest winning letter or you're trying to hit the lottery, just know the poorest people are paying for the lottery winner, for the lotteries, and the lotteries are paying for school, like giving free schooling and college for a lot of other wealthy families because there's scholarships and the lottery pays for that. And the money comes from the lottery is from people consistently playing the lottery, trying to win, because all they're thinking about is what they're going to do with the winnings, not how much money they spent over 15 years. So anyway, let me not get into that. A lot of family issues with lottery tickets. So that was number 8 was avoid contest winnings, surprise contest winnings. Number 7, subscription scams. Now, most this day and age, the way the world is set up and so technical, it's easy for you to get subscribed to. So subscribe to a gym membership in Arizona or Connecticut, and you live in Memphis. How you gonna get to that gym? It's only up north. It's only in Arizona. So you get a lot of subscription scams saying subscribe to this and you'll get access to this. Try to avoid some of those, most of those. If it's not the basic ones that you know, please don't just sign up and give out your personal information, because they'll say a free trial. It's like Amazon, no, is it Amazon? Is it Amazon Movies? A lot of these streaming platforms, a lot of people offer a free trial, and if you read that fine print on the bottom, it'll say, in 7 days it'll renew automatically unless you cancel. And actually, it renews that 6th day. It just don't process to the 7th day. So they get you because you go, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, and that midnight, you're already charged. You've been charged the day before, and it'll process on the next day, which is the 7th day. So it renewed automatically. So you lose a lot of money if you don't check your subscriptions, watch who you subscribe to. Me and my wife actually sat down, looked at our bank account, wrote down everything we had a subscription to, and went through and canceled out the ones we didn't need. We had a lot of them. And it was $2 here, $9 here, $4 here, $12 here. And you look at it and you go, that's not much, but every month, imagine giving me, subscribing to my YouTube channel and giving me, just sending me $15 a month. Just send it to me. You send me $15 a month. You don't, yeah, you're like, no, I'm not sending it to you. Well, that's what you're doing when you have bukus of subscriptions and the money is just coming out your bank account. You're giving it to them and you're not even using the platform. So make sure you go back, check your subscriptions, and you don't get caught up in any of those subscription scams, because a lot of them come through email. They come through my even Gmail account, and I didn't even give it out. So it is weird, but you got a lot of people that are scamming now more than ever over the internet because more people keep stuff on their phones. Me, I'm a regular paper scratch note guy, so I keep paper. Even like I write down a lot of my stuff on paper, and my wife know where it is. She's the only one know where it is. That's it. I keep it on paper because I'm even afraid of Google when it tries to give you a password. No, I'll make my own password and I'll write it down. Don't keep my stuff. So I'm wary of technology like that, keeping information, because the moment somebody get hacked, poof, your world gone. Somebody took all your money. Sorry, that's the fireplace. I just put some wood in a minute. All right, number 7 was avoid subscription scams. Number 6, avoid playing the lottery. This one hit home because I grew up, low income government housing. I grew up seeing my family members spend money and argue over lottery tickets and spend $100 on lottery tickets. I mean, like religiously every week, will spend hundreds of dollars on lottery tickets, and I don't remember anybody ever winning. Because if they would have won, they would have said something. But I just thought it was crazy. Like, most people think about most people who play the lottery, and then I think it's about 80 in Memphis right now, Shelby County. 85% of the lottery tickets are sold in the low income area codes, the low income zip codes in Memphis, Tennessee. And they're sold through gas stations, corner stores, excuse me, throughout like the poor areas in Memphis. And you don't realize that until you step back and look at it, until you move into a better area. You're like, oh, where are all the corner stores and where are all the liquor stores and where are no, they don't have those. So you can do $10 a week on scratch offs. That's $40, $50 a month on scratch offs when you can just simply move that into a high yield savings account. $10 a week into a high yield savings, $40 a month or $50 a month into a high yield savings, and get a much greater return on your money versus trying to get rich quick, um, or the right way. Like that's not the right way. That's how you lose a lot of your money. And this video is for me to try to explain some survival techniques for your money. It helps you keep more money in your bank account versus going out the window and not knowing where it's going. Because the issue is most people don't tell their money what to do. So then when it end up random places, you go, oh well, I'll just go to work. I'll work some more overtime. No, I want to be at home with my family. I want to be able to do the thing that serves God's purpose while I'm on this earth. Like I want to be with my family. I want to talk about um, the love of Christ in like out at a meeting. I want to meet with people about biblical principles, about finances. I want to talk about my Lord and Savior. I don't want to spend my time working at a warehouse or in a business or at a company and not get to do what God has put me on this earth to do. So these tips will help you. So avoid playing the lottery. And again, guys, if you like playing the lottery, one or two tickets, but you have to get out of debt. You have to be out of debt. You have to be financially independent to where you have an emergency fund. You have no debt looming over your head. You have no monthly payments on consumer goods, meaning a car note, meaning a cell phone, no monthly payments on us just to have the cell phone. Um, T-shirt, a new pair of Jordan payment, new pair of because they have payments on everything, and we'll cover that a little bit later. So number 6 is avoid playing the lottery, please. It's because it's gonna take your money. All right, number 5 for you guys, homeowners, c'est moi, like me. You please avoid the HELOC, home equity line of credit, because all they do is tie that in on the back end. So just say your mortgage is, let's say your mortgage is your overall mortgage is like $100,000. Let me get my let me get my Hey guys, sorry to interrupt you watching this outstanding video, but I would like to ask right now that if you have the heart and if you have the resources, that you donate to our ACER program, which is a step into reality, which is a program to where we go in these low-income areas and we teach young girls and boys how to manage money, how to set a budget, how to earn money, and what they do with the money when they get it. So our whole process is trying to make sure that the young men and women build good money habits as they grow, instead of learning how to manage money through the world and it end up going broke trying to look fake rich. So if you have the heart, if God puts it on your heart, please go to our website, which is right here. And at the very top of our website page, there's a blue button. You can hit that donate button and it'll take you to the donation link, and you can donate whatever God puts on your heart. So thank you guys so much for watching. And now back to this outstanding video. I'm trying to get the so I'm getting. I should have wrote down the actual definition because I was going to give you an example first, but then I feel like it's going to be missing some information. So, a home equity line of credit (HELOC) HELOC, is a loan that lets you borrow money using your home as collateral. You can use the money for big expenses or to pay off other debts with higher interest rates. That's what a HELOC is for, and I guarantee you it's absolutely horrible. They tied it into the back of your loan, your mortgage, and your mortgage is your home is your credit. So if you fall behind on that payment, you use your house as collateral. They'll take it. Yep, while you're still living in it. And most people take out that second mortgage, and it already has a mortgage, and the interest rate is it's not tax deductible. A lot of the HELOC programs is designed to just give you easy money, and when you do that, you're damaging your future. You're robbing yourself. You're robbing your future self. So if you have a home, if you own a home, please avoid the HELOC, the home equity line of credit. If you need the money that bad, pick up a side gig, get some side hustles, cut some grass, get out there and produce more, and you'll get paid more. But you have to make sure that you live within your means. So just because you make more money does not mean you have more money, because it's called lifestyle creep. So the more money you tend to make, your lifestyle tends to keep up with it. So the more you make, the more you go, oh, I can afford it. I can afford it. I can afford it. Your income goes up, your lifestyle goes up. And then you're back in the same position saying, oh, well, if they give me a raise, I get a $5,000 raise, I'll be good. No, you wouldn't. You'll get $5,000 and then you'll find a way to spend that in with your horrible spending habits. So these are facts, guys. I'm giving you this information because I've done it all except for, I actually did the HELOC. I did the HELOC back in 2007, right before the housing crisis. Imagine, I lost my home. Yeah, had to sell that bad boy because I was underwater. By the grace of God, I sold it at with the came out on the plus side. I came out with like an extra $12,000 in my pocket, and the house was gone, and I was a little sad because I just didn't know, and I made a horrible mistake. So don't do it. Number 4, adjust. Woo, these are bad ones. Adjustable rate mortgage. Please avoid getting an adjustable rate mortgage. So about 15 years ago, if not longer, about 18, the adjustable rate mortgage, it used to be cool and popular, but now, like, things have skyrocketed. Home prices have changed and it's skyrocketed. So therefore, your mortgage rate would have went from, it's adjustable. So it went from, just say if you were paying, you were paying $500 a month, and in a year or two, just say 2000 and what is this? When did market go crazy? 2022, 23. You were paying $500 in 2019, and then come 2022 and 23, you were now the adjustable rate mortgage kicked in, housing market went up, and now you have to pay 2,000 or 1,800 from 500. That's a lot. That's what happens with the adjustable rate mortgages. They're horrible. So I would suggest doing what we did: 15-year fixed rate mortgage. That'll save you all that hassle. So number 4 is avoid adjustable rate mortgages. Number 3 is timeshare. I don't know much about timeshare. I've almost been got before, but by the grace of God, I'm a hard sell. When I say no, get out of my face, I mean no, get out of my face. So me and my wife were in Florida, and you had these. I mean, they were aggressive, and you get aggressive with me, I try not to return the favor, but when I say leave me and my wife alone, that means leave me alone. And so the woman started trying to get my attention. She was like, "Oh, but look, get your hands off me before I hurt you." And that's how that went. But she was trying to sell us buy a timeshare, and then we could rent it out to other people and make money off of other people. No, I don't want to do that. Timeshare is just a setup to take money. You lose more money because you have maintenance fees and all this other miscellaneous crap tied to it, And again, I don't know about timeshare, so therefore I'm not investing in it. I don't. If I want to go on a vacation, pay to go on a vacation. You book your hotel and you go on vacation. Like I don't need a timeshare. So I would advise you to avoid them. You can do your research on those. I don't want to spend too much time in it, but they're absolutely horrible. And plus, the people that try to sell them to you are real scummy. Like it happened to us like once or twice, and I had both times. I remember having to get loud and like had to put my finger in the guy's face. The second time because he came to me and I'm like, leave me alone. I told you no. So they're scummy. So number two, avoid car leases. Leasing cars, you can say, yeah, you don't have to pay this. Yeah, you don't have to pay this. Yeah, but at the same time, they're busting your head. You're losing money. And the only reason you're trying to lease that car because you want it as a status symbol. So you're going to pay more. You can. I'm here in Memphis, Tennessee. You cannot tell me. Well, I just came from it earlier. So on Summer, it's like a Mexican car lot right there. He's Mexican. I don't know if I don't know. The guy that sells them are Mexican, but he speaks to English. And I bought a Nissan Murano from him for like $3,000, and this was 2017, I believe. Well, 16. I was working for Shelby County. Yeah, 2006, whatever, 2000 and something, 16, I think. But I bought a car from him for cash. Just went there, rolled by there because I was going to get some more firewood. Rolled by there, stopped. He got cars out there that run great for like $4,000, $5,000 still in 2025. And people go, well, you can't find no good running used car. Yes, you can. You don't want to. You want to try to impress people by getting a cool car with a fat, retarded monthly note, and you go broke. Or you try to do even worse. You're living paycheck to paycheck, and then you go and lease a car because you make up an excuse that you can't find a car for cash. We're in Memphis. Stop playing. We're in Memphis in February. Everybody either getting their taxes and they're gonna blow it on cars. You can buy a car from someone right now for pennies on the dollar because they want the money. You can find a good running car. So please avoid leasing cars. I know everyone has excuses of why they need to lease a car. You go ahead and lease it. I'm just giving you survival tips that help me get my life in order. So hopefully it'll help you get yours in order, get your financial life in order. I don't know about anything else, but it'll help your finance. It'll help you keep more money in your pocket. So last but not least, the number one thing to avoid and help your money survive a lot longer and keep it in your bank account is drum roll. It's not a drum. No money down plans. They are running rampant here in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm telling you. Everywhere you go, there is no money down, zero down, no money down. A pair of Jordans in the pawn shop is zero down. And I saw it the other day. I posted a short just talking about like the pawn shops have a wall of Jordans, and I wonder if I have a picture of it. Hold on. They have a wall of Jordans, a wall of tennis shoes that that you come in and you put a payment down on. And a renter center is still around. Rent and Roll in Memphis, Tennessee, where you go and rent a pair of rims for a monthly payment, and they are high monthly payments. They have outfit rentals where you can go and rent a shirt and a pair of pants. You ain't hear me. Hibbett Sports is it Hibbett City? One of them places. You can go rent some clothes, wear them, and bring them back. If you don't bring them back, they charge you. You can rent zero down. You can go rent almost anything. You can go get a PlayStation from somewhere. Cars. I can't think of the name, but you can go rent anything, and they'll tell you more than likely zero down because they finna charge you more. It's going to be a bigger rate at the end versus up front. All they do is take the $1,000. Just say if it's $1,000 down on a new on a used car, $1,000 down on a used car, $400 a month for a car note. They take that $1,000 and they go, oh well, just do zero down, and the total price of that car could be $12,000. They put that on the end and it adds extra interest to it. They tack that extra thousand and go, oh, just give us nothing, make your monthly payments and you're fine. Once you sign that contract, you're binded. And now instead of you just buying a car used cash, now you just did a zero down, put that whatever down payment it would have been on the back end. They don't get rid of it. They don't take off $1,000. They don't take off that amount. What they do is move it to the back end to where you don't notice it. So if they say, well, the car is $12,000 plus tax, title, and tag, now it's $13,000 or $14,000 with tax, title, and tag. Nothing changed, but they just took it and moved it from the front to the back. So that's what they do here in Memphis. I don't know what state you live in where you're watching this, but that's what they do. They take those zero down, like no money down plans, and they increase the interest, increase the rate, because they know about, I think it's 87%, my last little research, 87% of the people who do no money down plans here in Shelby County, Memphis, Tennessee, default on those plans. So they actually count on you doing no money down so that you won't pay it off, because more than likely you won't. And they'll make more on that end by either suing you, taking a vehicle back, taking whatever back from you, selling it to someone else, and now you're still on the hook for the same item. But I got the car and it's sold, cleaned up and sold someone else. But you're going to court and being sued, and you're losing money the whole time. They're grinning, and they sold whatever item they took from you to someone else, but you're still on the hook for it. So that's how those no money down plans work, guys. It's, to my knowledge, my personal experience, they work like that because I did a lot of them. And I wish I wouldn't have, but I didn't. I just didn't have a handle on finances. I was not a student, a B student. I was right. I was a C and D student in school. I didn't focus much in school, and the little I did focus, I barely graduated. But life has been the greatest teacher of all. Being broke most of my life and struggling and learning how not to do these, you know, avoid these survival tips have saved my life, saved my financial life, and helped me get back on top. So with that being said, guys, that was the I did say I had some bonus. I had two bonus. I'm gonna make it quick. So the bonuses to avoid are the average, which are credit cards. You don't need credit cards to live life. Me, my wife, my children, we have no credit cards. My credit score is a goose egg. It is zero. I have no credit whatsoever because I don't borrow anything. I don't borrow anything. I don't. If we need something, we move at the speed of cash. My wife will say, if we don't have it, well, we'll just work till we save up to it. Especially if it's not an emergency, we don't touch the emergency fund. So that first bonus was credit cards. Try to avoid them best you can. You don't need them to survive. You don't need them to live. You think you do. And everybody always say, oh, this credit card is just for emergencies. Stop lying. If it's just for emergencies, when you do, you're using it and then you're paying back, you paying it off every month so you can get airline miles and points. But then when you mess up and go broke, now you're broke and now you still have to pay them back. So just use your own money. Like, you're trying to make excuses and rationalize it, but you rationalize it with your own self because it does not make sense to the rest of the world who knows not to use it. But most people do. Because again, I did. I had 3 credit cards maxed out, and I struggled every time trying to pay them. All right, and last but not least, buy now, pay later. BNPL. Avoid that. Don't buy now, pay later. If you can't afford it, then you don't deserve it. That's it. Simple. If you can't buy it right then, either save and budget for it, or you don't need it. Again, having an emergency fund helps with all this. If you have that emergency fund, we go by Dave Ramsey Emergency Fund, $1,000 starter emergency fund. That's to get you started. If you're in Memphis, potholes, busted tire, you can get 2, 3, 4. You can get 4 tires for about $200 here in Memphis. Like if you get a flat tire or basic car mechanic, I mean it's under $500. depending on what you need. You need a whole new motor, that's different. But for the average, $1,000 will get you started and keep you from messing all the way up. I learned this from Dave Ramsey. $1,000 is not a permanent amount. You need a 3 to 6 month emergency fund, but getting started, you need at least $1,000 to pull from when you have an emergency. So avoid those buy now, pay later setups, because they will truly take much more money. Because if you look at Amazon or you look at any place where you can buy it now and pay it over time, look at how much it calculates out to. If you're buying it now at cost at the store versus spreading $100 out over 3 months or 4 months plus interest and taxes every month, you're paying a lot more than what you think. So that's another way. That's the last way you can, like, that's one of our last survival tips. You can keep money in your pocket, money in your bank account. So I hope these 10 tips, 10, 12 tips help. I hope you guys continue to enjoy your lives and continue to live by biblical principles. Know that God loves you and he truly wants you to seek him. Like, you'll be made whole if you seek him. If you seek ye first the kingdom of God, all else will be added unto you. Seek him first. Now he will reveal himself, and he'll answer your blessings and he'll bless you in different ways. But if you truly want to be made whole, do what I did. Seek God first. Because a lot of people, you don't realize, like, when you seek him, you're intentionally giving your heart to him. You're intentionally seeking to trust him by knowing him and reading his word and praying every day. He'll answer your prayers. You'll be made whole. You'll be given the peace that passes all understanding. And then your life will be, peaceful. My life is peaceful. Not that I'm saying I have no drama, no issues. I do. I'm human. But the peace that I have is the knowledge that God will protect me and my family, give me wisdom and the knowledge to do the right thing. And even when that right thing is hard, I strive to do it anyway so that God can continue to bless me. That's a bigger fear of mine. Like, I don't want to lose the blessing of God because I'm intentionally not living as best as possible through his word. I mess up on a daily basis, guys. Every day I mess up. But I prayed with my son this morning and I asked God just to give me the wisdom to be a better husband, father, and provider. Let me guide them to knowing him so they can have the peace that I have. And I love, I don't know, guy. I love my family and I want them to prosper and thrive. And the only way I can do that is with God's help. So continue to focus on your finances. Be intentional about loving God, seeking his time, spending time with him. We do a daily devotional here on our YouTube channel. You can always jump in and catch a daily devotional Monday through Friday. And we're going to start a new segment. I got to talk to my wife about it, but start a new segment to where it's essentially Ask a Black Guy. That's my goal of just starting, because a lot of people that I meet, like, out and about, they always, even my in-law, my mother-in-law, she asked me like little questions here and there about black people or black people or black men or something. And she asked me questions, which I love, because I love to talk. But I love when people are just ask me a question. Like, I'm not gonna get offended. And if you are offended by my answer, then I'm sorry. You shouldn't ask me. So just that's the new segment we're trying to get started, and it'll be. And remind you guys, this is a Christian channel. We're a faith-based channel, so just be respectful with the question that you ask when the segment does start. I'm trying to interview more people, and you don't have to be rude or nasty. I would prefer you not to be. But if there's questions that you want to ask and you want to answer a straightforward answer without any bias or judgment, you'll be able to ask me. So you probably have to put in the comment section, but not on this video. But I'm saying I'm gonna start that later. But anyway, hope this helps you guys. Please have a blessed night. Please be safe. Look out for our daily devotional this evening, probably about 8 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock Central Time. I'll try to get that posted. I'm gonna try to get it done before I pick my daughter up because I love her. She's a lot in the evening time when she's tired. So, guys, have a blessed night. Please be safe. Thank you so much for subscribing and watching these videos. I truly appreciate everything you have done. I love you. May God bless you. Au revoir. A bientôt. À la prochaine.